ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to our second stop here at the Cobx Masters. My name is Drag Drop. I'm joined by Porter, and we are in Mumbai, Embrance Gaming versus No Practice Gaming here in the first semifinals. I'm happy because Mumbai, in case you didn't know, one of the biggest metropolitan areas in India and the world, in fact, 18.5 million or so in the entire metropolitan area, and even 12.5 million people living in the city itself, which is quite big, if I do say so myself. And there's bound to be some good Dota players hidden among these, right?
Yeah, there's no way that they're all like us. But yeah, 12 million, that's crazy. Like, I feel really small suddenly. Even my city feels really, really small. I know that you live in a pretty small city as well, so... Well,
yeah,
12 million, that's a number.
Like, I live in a city with like 200,000 people. I've been to Berlin a couple of times, like almost 4 million people, and that's way too big for me already. I cannot even begin to imagine.
But hey, sometimes 200,000 people is all it takes to bring forward one good caster. But we're focusing on 12 million people, but what we should be focusing about is the 10 picks we're about to face, because we have an EG game coming up. Almost.
That's true.
with more manners. But yeah. We're totally gonna call him EG. I don't want to see the door. So, EG are banning out the Underlord, banning out the Shadow Shaman, banning out the Zeus in the first phase. Pretty interesting on the bans. Lots of focus on the offlane apparently, and getting rid of a Zeus, and that's a lot of deep push down the way, and they start open their draft with a Jakira and a Centaur Warrunner. That's the second time we see a Centaur. So, that's interesting. Usually not a hero you see that often.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's about to be a bit of a comfort pick, but it's not even all that bad in the meta these days. Just having like a tanky offlaner can get a little bit of extra mobility to you and the rest of your team, and have a bit of stun and the initiation potential. So it gives you a good package. It ticks off a few of these boxes. And as for Jakiro, like the one game that's on records that is somewhat recent here for this team was their match here in the Cobx Masters about 18 days ago against a team called No Kale or No Kale, however you prefer. They also started off with Jakiro.
It's a good one.
The start also started off with Jakiro and then turned it into a Faces Void strat. So I would be wondering if they're thinking about the same thing here.
Would be a tough sell with the Venture already on the field. There's also the Tusk to be concerned about, so not particularly a fan of the Faceless Void.
Certainly a few caveats to work out. You have to get revenge, or just get more than one person inside the Chronos so you can still make use of it. Yeah.
It always feels like Centaur is one of these heroes that comes into the meta at the very end, before we have like patch cycles and whatnot. Like, it's like that every time, unless they nerf the Centaur and he doesn't do that much damage to tires anymore, but he's kind of the last resort. Like, alright, we tried everything else and it absolutely failed on the offlane. I guess we're running a Centaur now. Not sure if Centaur is the pick to start off that early. I think can very easily get countered. They already have pretty decent picks against him with Venture and Tusk, locking him in. He can't run away from those. But let's see what they do. Wow. Third pick. Doesn't know the position 4, doesn't know the carry. Let's pick Bristle.
I don't know. Like, I don't like Bristle as a hero. I mean,
whoa there. Hold on.
In this meta anyway. Like, it's a nice concept, but it's just too weak these days because sure, you run around, you're kind of tanky, but not always. And then you just don't do anything because you can't keep people fighting in the area where you want them to. You can have a hard time catching up and doing enough damage.
There's the hard counter.
Yeah.
EG coming out with the MK. I kind of agree. Bristle is hit or miss. However, if you get ahead on a Bristle, and that's talking after even having a disastrous laning stage, Bristle comes online extremely fast. Like, he's a really good substitute offlaner because he doesn't rely on building any damage items whatsoever. He still has a very strong right click going forward. You're naturally tanky, and you can build into those Crimson Guard and into those pipes. And we've seen them picked up over and over again. And together with like a Vengeful Spirit and Tusk, that's a lot of lockdown. It's a lot of goo you can apply to your enemy.
It'll have to be working around these kind of lines, right? Where you have your team setting up for you, making sure that you can actually get the damage in these fights to begin with, and then start to snowball essentially, literally and figuratively in this game. But I don't know. I've seen Bristlebacks fail too many times, especially against the Monkey King, as you said. Pretty good hero in lane against most melee heroes. Bristleback is no exception. It's because Lifesteal helps you offset that stacking quill damage if you stack up the Jingle Mastery. And even later on, Monkey King is a hero that can go for that Silver Edge to make Bristleback completely useless.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm scared about, that they just run them over with a Centaur on the team and Monkey King just disabling the Bristleback. It's definitely a tough game for the Monkey King because there's Tusk and Venge to play around with, so it's not going to be as easy. But I feel like with the Jingle just offers so much in the laning phase. Like, it's a free lane. They need to put the Jakiro on the Monkey King lane for about a minute or so, and then he can just go off and roam or pull, and Monkey King will be fine and wins the lane. So I think we need to see something coming out with Venge and Tusk going for like an aggressive tri lane +1, Bristleback going like to the safe lane, Queen of Pain in the mid, and then they pick their counter carry for the safe lane. However, if they do that, they might run into Monkey King just swapping out and being in a position for Roma, unless EG picks another Roma here.
Yeah. Or for that matter, they could just try to play the musical lanes. If you scope it out, then and you get the advantage with the lanes that you want, and then you basically force your enemy to just take the long walk all the way across the map, because if they TP, then you just TP yourself, and you can always stay one step ahead like that. But
double hard support, you could say. It's a good amount of teamfight. That's one way to keep them in the Monkey King ultimate, but it offers you a good counter to the Queen of Pain, but I don't see any defensive hero whatsoever right now on Embrance. So Jakiro not particularly good at stopping Avenge or Tusk, neither is the Disruptor. I mean, yes, you can Ice Path into the Snowball, but that is pretty much about it.
If either of them get caught out, they should be dead to just the Tusk Bench combo. With Tusk plus anything else. Queen of Pain perhaps rotating in and out will find both of these supports is very juicy and easy to kill targets. Maybe not when the Disruptor gets to level 6, then it's a little bit more dangerous to go for these kind of plays, lest you be caught with a combo and then set up for by somebody else. But certainly Jakiro, like it's so hard to defend yourself, because sure, you have a bit of a stun in the ice path, but the windup takes so long that it's virtually impossible to hit.
Do you think it's only worth it picking up the Jakiro if you're the true hard support, not getting anything throughout the game? Because I feel like Jakiro is at that kind of spot, or you slap on the mid and hope for the best.
I don't know. I mean, Jakiro can certainly use levels, can use a few items, but he's also very vulnerable in any case. So using him as a mid hero is always going to be super risky in that regard. So I'd rather have him as that 5-position support, and eventually he'll get his levels. Eventually he'll have that big impact if he stays alive in these team fights. So in terms of opportunity costs, I'd rather have another mid that can just have more of an impact with the farm while being less susceptible to just straight up being killed over and over again. If that makes sense.
Interesting enough. Yeah, I think it does. I just really don't like him paired up with like a Disruptor and whatnot. I feel like two hard supports or heroes that are best on the hard support position without any potential roaming ability will hurt him in the end, because the hero Disruptor is not the most usual combo to gank mid lane with, especially on the Queen of Pain. Like, your stun is such delayed, there's not much you can do, but he's gonna pick up the Dragon Knight against the Queen of Pain, so there's not many ganks needed on that line, I would argue. Ooh, I will see NPG like do something fancy, like put the Bristleback mid against the Dragon Knight.
That'd be interesting.
That is the lane Dragon Knight loses.
Yeah, I can certainly see that. I mean, technically, you have extra armor and regen still with Dragon's Blood, but it won't really help you all that much in the early levels.
Yeah, especially if the Bristleback gets like level 3, level 4, he can even go for like a really early level in the goo and just run you down on the tower because he doesn't take he takes just as much no damage as you.
Yep.
He's basically a Dragon Knight, but he has to turn around to be one.
Okay. Yeah. That's one good way to put it.
Alright, 10 seconds remaining for NPG. What's that big beefy carry they're looking for? For Lightning Trip and Lifesteal Ban, could be a Void, could be a Terrorblade. I like the Void more.
Ursa.
Oh god. It's Ursa.
Fuzzy Wuzzy. Okay.
It's their own Monkey King. That's okay.
Big old man
That's okay
fighters.
against DK.
Yeah.
Lots of man fighting. Only melee carries and Venge.
Yeah. I mean, Ursa, if he gets on top of Monkey King.
Yeah, good luck with
Monkey
your
King should just
Jingu.
straight up die, right? I mean, yeah, he should just die before he can even stack that up properly.
Yeah, and even if he stacks it up, if you just use the Enrage on the Ursa, Monkey King heals almost nothing out of his hits. So that is a really good way, just man fighting up. Only thing he has to watch out for is the center. He might get forced to like pop the Enrage early to get rid of any stuns from the hero central. I still feel like there's a lot of protection for the Monkey King, and we have to see if effectively it is even remotely possible to lay down an ultimate on the monkey. But it feels like you gotta go into BKB on pretty much any hero in this game because there's so many stuns, so many effects you have to dodge. Otherwise, you just lose the man fight, and these lineups are just completely about man fighting. Dragon Knight, MK, Ursa, Bristleback, they all just hit each other.
I wonder if we're gonna see that Ursa, I think it's level 25 talent, right? Where you get this great status resistance, which might be good against like the Dragon Knight stuns, Centaur stuns, but in this game, actually, there's still a Disruptor to worry about.
They have really bad heroes against the Tusk early on. Like, Jakiro can't do anything about it. Neither does the Disruptor. And I'm not even sure what they're doing with the lanes. Like, they're going super standard. They put the center to the off lane on the side of EG, as to be expected. Same with the Monkey King. But you see it already. They kind of do we swap up the lanes? Do we not? They're already pinging out. Looks like they are indeed going with that tri lane, but with the bristle on it. Safe lane Quop, would you look at that? It's the mid Ursa. It's right now, that's a great one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something that we don't see a whole lot, but up against another melee hero, it certainly works just as well as that was matchup in one of the side lanes.
Because you have the double edge to work with as well as stunner if you get too many stacks up and running, but suddenly DK's ganking escape no longer works out. You can't just turn around against an Ursa because he's gonna use either the Earthshock. He also has an AWP Venom up and running. You get slowed down so much, there's not much you can do.
I might have to see an early point up into the Dragon Tail just to keep him away from you. Even with the double mono, it's 2.5 seconds. It should be enough to buy you enough distance despite the slows.
We're looking for Centaur.
They saw him coming in with that ward, I do think. And now Donald is
saw him walking to the tower.
Shotblock is an availability here. They have some extra slows. And the stun. There we go. Who do you want to give the kill to is the only question. And Vulcan actually taking it with the AWP Venom, I do believe. That's a bit awkward.
That's my favorite kill because nobody can complain I stole that one.
Yeah.
It's the best. But yeah, starting with Return on Centaur might not be the best thing in the world. Skipping at the Hoofstorm completely. He also gets scattered completely on his ward, should be deboarded any second. They're gonna look for him again. They saw him walking into those trees and he gets blocked.
Blocked. Very nifty spot right there, but of course early on you're always gonna have Tango seed your way out.
Didn't even have overpower, just Earthshock and run at him.
What? I haven't seen this matchup in a while, but this goes a little bit far. Did not expect that he would be able to dive the tower like this early. I mean, he has a crap ton of armor.
Smash.
If you look at it, right? How does he have 9 base armor?
It's an agility hero. Come on, it's more fair than Terrorblade, that's for sure.
It's a reason, but no excuse. Well, certainly helped them out there. 2 points up on Dragon's Breath. Or Brief Fire. Not sure that's what you want, because, like, sure, damage reduction and whatnot. But, I mean, that stays the same anyway. So I guess it's just to secure better CS a little bit better.
Yeah, it is the fairly standard build. You go for it for not only for that, but also for the cooldown. Interestingly enough, he's not heading for that soul ring, so that is pretty unusual. But
There's, in the zone, walking forward. Extra point into the Earthshock rather than the Overpowered. Does have another one available here, and Love Chitanda. One more after the stick.
Oh,
Self
yes.
will not be enough this time though.
And a split kill.
Rotating in. Yeah.
They get 4 more gold out of this. Oh no, the sentry top. Oh, that always feels bad looking at it. Slightly out of range on the ward. Interesting, he saw where he put the ward.
Well, it's gonna have to deal with it.
There's the support roaming squad. That was smoke, but they already showed, so... Ursa just, yeah, he's gonna turn around and run. He also is way on the way to his face boots. Bison.
I would complain about still not picking up Stomp at level 2, but I wouldn't actually have saved him there, I don't think. So
Yeah, not really. It's... Just gets outclassed by his heroes, as much as the Bristle gets outclassed. They're both in a similar spot, but Bristle getting a little bit less of experience, so while yes, he died a little bit on the offlane, on the Sentinel, he still got some levels out of it. It's just 2 lanes that are unwinnable for the offlaners.
Welcome to the offlane.
Hold on, this isn't Tuesday.
I see what you did there. But no, yeah, I mean, this is the way the offlane goes, right? As we'll talk about that too. Even if you die a couple of times, as long as you get experience, it's all good. Because
yeah, get experience.
You're not worth that much money
Pretend
anyway.
like you're doing something. That's my favorite kind of Dota.
Just don't get tilted while you feed. This is the only condition.
Unless you're troll, then it's fine.
Okay.
Or your team, I mean, troll is allowed to get tilted and man.
That's true. But yeah, Daniel.
But he doesn't even know why he's so mad. That's like the embodiment of tilting, but yeah.
We got some extra help here, and we want it. Stunned up first, as the Hoofstorm now, and that's a good bounty rune. Snowball across is dropping lower and lower between the 2 supports, but now with the extra ice buff from the Jakiro, they have to turn us around and buy some space for the Salve to come out. Will be cancelled here. Nice little dual breath actually catches both of them. Barrier will certainly fall to the double edge, and Vulcan, well, not quite powerful enough to take out. And
died to the Venge illusion.
That feels bad, man, right there.
I'm pretty sure he died not to the... Yeah, he died to the illusion rune illusion, right? I think he did.
Possibly. That's certainly bad.
I heard you like some illusions, so we put some illusions on your illusions, but...
God, mid lane, not again. More slows, 1, 2, this time with overpower, a little bit easier. No turnaround.
Yeah, that's just the lane you lose. It's Ursa against Dragonite without any support that really rotates in and stops him.
If they couldn't paint top, not sure that was possible. Link was still available, but stunned up. I expected Jakiro to be there for the extra damage.
I have that ice path to work with, but I don't think... Wait, he didn't even use it, did he?
Maybe.
But not if he even used it.
Well, putting more and more emphasis on the top lane now. I mean, there's no reason hanging around on the bottom. If Monkey King's just...
Yeah, he already won this lane so hard. Oh, gets a region rune. That's just disgusting. Classic Ursa. Look at him. I'm Ursa. I'm gonna run on a tire. Have fun.
Not even mana for the Brief Fire to cancel the region rune here while he was walking. So, still alive though. But Jakiro, not so much. One more right.
There we go.
There we go. Solo's still available, so he gets sun up under the tower, needs to transfer aggro right the hell now. Right now! I said now. Oh.
Not like this. At Monkey King! Woo! Monkey Kang! Skipping out 3 downs completely. Bolts. That's some extra money for him, that's for sure.
bit of an interesting rotation as a result. But yeah, it's working out, of course, in lane. Very dangerous for Whistleback to hang around. I mean, still managed to get level 4 with a bit of extra space. Creepwave pushing in, the Monkey King rotating out, but...
I think they tried to go in the Queen of Pain top and just got killed on the Centaur. How would that happen? But yeah, it's a level 7 Queen of Pain now to a level 4 Centaur. Brizzle in the meantime sitting on 4 as well, but at least he gets something now, I guess. He did recover better than Centaur. He might be going down though.
Like half the damage, half the health on the Centaur, but yeah. Whistleback, a couple more right clicks will be necessary. There we go. Now Vulcan, next on the list. Jingle Mastery stacking up again, gets some help barrier with the stun. Acting as a barrier indeed to protect his Vulcan friend. So I'll put an end to this particular chase, but I gotta say, I am worried about this Monkey King getting as much as he is.
The only thing I don't agree with is the fact that he's going for the Battle Fury.
Yeah.
I would have liked a more aggressive style, instant Shadow Blade on him way more.
Some Venge. Snowball connects first. Ice Path is there, and then we're going to just try to fight this. Trying to turn this around. Vulcan. One more right click. There we go. Needs to right click some heroes or just crit with a Boundless Strike. Madara also make a rotation in. That'll finally be enough, but 2 for 1. It goes to show how much strength that hero has, but
lots of money for the Queen of Pain. That was a mega kill streak. Way on the way to the Yules. That's gonna be like probably like a 14-minute Yules at maximum.
Can go well.
And Ursa finishes off the raid in the meantime.
The strongest Monkey King is Ursa. He's also having a great start. Same as the Queen of Pain, despite the death earlier. So still 2 lanes that you're pretty much losing despite the Monkey King. So this is can still maybe catch you off guard. If you're perhaps trying to overcommit without actually having the items or the backup that you need.
Yeah, if you want to kill the Monkey King, you better kill him quick, otherwise he's just gonna turn around and if it comes to like turning around fights, Boundless Strike is probably one of the best spells in the game. That is. Yeah.
Especially if you've already stacked up the Jingle Mastery. Just a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, Limb's back. One more mana on the Bristleback, so it's only the Bristleback bristles. The back is bristle, but it's not gonna be enough. The sports, they're always gonna take a lot of damage just from the Quillsbury stacking up, but then if they're not dying, then what does that really matter?
I'm not even sure if they need any supports to gank this Bristle over and over on the Monkey King. Like, I think the only reason he hasn't killed him like 5-6 times now, solo, is that he did skip on the tree dance. Like that 20% slow, or even I even see people leveling it up.
Ice buff, catching a snowball, blinking cross though. From the Queen of Pain will secure the 1 kill. Now Zack's also in a lot of trouble. Connect field is there, but not nearly enough to keep him away from that slow. I was about to praise the Jakiro there for like he's always everywhere. Almost got the kill on Tavaria, but Stickjaw just barely kept him alive.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough game for supports. We talked about this, but I feel like they still get that Monkey King, and he is going to be really fast. Looking at the net worth, he's already over or almost 1k ahead over all the calls.
Yeah,
but the DK is doing bad.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? The more we see what happens elsewhere on the map, the more this Monkey King has to be as strong as he is right now, or stay on the path that he's on. And I guess if he has the Battle Fury, he will be able to just keep up until the farm, but it also means that he cannot necessarily actively help his team as much. Oh god, Dragonite. It's one of these, right? Yeah. The slow does not connect on the Jakiro. He will survive.
Yeah, but Monkey King, I have to keep going back to him. So Monkey King, he's one of those heroes. If you kill him once or twice while he's farming, even with the Battle Fury, you just make so much space on the map. Like Monkey King, if you die, you lose tempo over and over again. Especially like he did skip out in a tree, and there's less mobility for him. He's not gonna have that big slow in the team fight, so you already see him playing really defensively. He saw the rotation coming in ball, and now he's even TPing top. I'm not even sure if they will get the Queen of Pain with the center ult.
We'll certainly get something in mid, one would think. Ursa with the DD rune is walking up, gets stunned up, snowball, trying to keep them in place. The shots are coming out towards the end, now into the Static Storm. Actually gonna get the Aegis as well as tough. Baron throws down a stun. And the Glenn's back here. They want to try and get rid of the vent before Ursa comes back. And will be not quite successful again. The stick shot is almost saving her. But another Breeze Fire. Secure that kill, and now Sun. And a lot of trouble. Still see Enrage and dodge some of the damage. Nice little Sonic Wave there. Before Sun can come out, and the third round is happening again. The Sun. Couple of extra right clicks. This is a beautiful shot. Here, Sun returns into the fight. And it's just right clicking away. Now finally Monkey King with a quick snipe. Madara. Almost dying there if that ultimate came off from the Monkey King when it was channeled up initially. And it stands a little bit too late to be effective. Damn, what was that fight? It was like 3 different turnarounds.
3 different turnarounds, and then Monkey King comes in, steals the kill, and gets out and shifts out of the fight again. But with only Bell Fury, still he was almost at level 11, and again, no 3 downs. If he had it, additional kill on the Queen of Pain right there. It's just he doesn't have the slow to knock anyone down with the Metal Fury build. It's going too slow for him against an Ursa that is already out of control against the Queen of Pain that has a lot of farm, and even Bristleback slowly crouching back into this game.
Yeah.
Good old Vanguard without boots build.
Oh,
they look for Monkey King. They just scouted him out. Or did they?
Oh, he's jumping further.
Oh no.
Tried to bait him out path, but he also has help from the Dragon Knight. The stun comes out on the tough before any more control can come up, and now big old crit onto the Queen of Pain. The ultimate dodge some of that static storm damage. It's not gonna be enough. The last right click is there. Ding ding with a double kill, maybe make it a triple. Gotta be careful though with all the quill sprays stacking up. They cannot actually finish the kill onto the Bristleback. In fact, he finishes up the Jakiro. 3-for-1 trade those. Love Chitanda on the DK.
Oh my, 7 charges on the quill spray.
There. As they're trying to get in range for another stun, and there it is now. The Boundless Strike and the follow-up. 4 for 2. As Centaur dies somewhere else entirely. Sun finishing him up in the straight-up man fight on the other side of the map.
Just saying, 7 cool stray stacks on the Monkey King. That's even in a mind that the Monkey King can't out-region. Yeah. But yeah, they had an actually good fight. They were kind of not... Yeah, they were baited in, you could say that. But they had a better response with the Disruptor going up and running.
Alright. Fights back and forth. Embrance Gaming still with a 1k lead. Not quite, but close enough. Now it's Ursa though. Maybe go a little bit too deep. It does have support. Zack just sleeping in. Gets Sonic Wave down. Even caught. Daniel setting up for that kill. Just started out with. So, Sun. Really powerful now. Oh, I'm not sure about this one, Monkey King. Can't get stunned up, but the damage starting to stack up with that ultimate. He does get the 1 kill on the Queen of Pain, but pays with his own life for it. Vulcan. Powerful dual breath should take out the death. Doesn't want that damage though. With the snowball, has to go into the Macropire though. Setting up for another kill, nonetheless. Sun with triple.
Yeah, and what they're doing is just they sacrifice heroes for the Ursa so he gets the kills. That's probably the best thing to do, because Monkey King, he will, as said, now he died at least 1 time. He's slowly losing tempo. And in the meantime, you have like Bristle do whatever Bristle does there. He's gonna do a lot of damage to his DK, but he also takes a lot of damage.
Yeah, try to put on some pressure on this tower. It's sitting at a decent level. Yeah, speaking of towers, no one has claimed the tower yet, which is almost unheard of in this day and age. Almost 17 minutes in.
Yeah, Ursa not really good at...
They didn't quite catch him in the Static Storm, so that's a cooldown now.
Now's the time for diplomacy. Well, that's rich coming from you, Kunka.
I have been booted out.
Still going forward here, Daniel.
Won't last long.
They do have the catapult with them, so they can try and work away at this tier 1 tower. Bottom lane is also being pushed in. This by a tier 1 bottom closest to dying and might just be denied in a second.
Finally came up for air.
And, well, things have calmed down at least for the moment.
The Ursa will come again.
Dire's bottom tower has been
What is the kill distribution? 10 on the Monkey King, 12 on the Ursa. So clear focus on the carries. But 12 kills on Ursa down. He has so much farm and he's working towards that BKB. The moment he has it, he's invulnerable in the fight. Jakiro, 0 damage. Disruptor, don't care. Centaur, good luck. DK, well, yeah, doesn't need a BKB for that one.
Yeah. Scary thought indeed. And super early blink, super early levels level 15 already. So extra agility, more armor, more movement speed, more attack speed, more damage.
All the
Anything that
stats.
you want.
This is one of those crazy heroes that get a lot of stats just from talents. Like, you rarely see any heroes that have like 2 talent stats, and he has agility and strength in there.
Blink forward here from DK with Root Scepters there, kind of dodging that Ice Path stun, but Extra Swap has to use. The Boundless Strike came out, so Madara should be fine. They have to
That's
give
a
it
tower
the
trade.
tower barrier. Quite get
bear's
close
back.
enough for a stun.
Easy. Next Roach is available.
Smoked right under the wall though. Very interesting one placed right behind the tower. It certainly helped them out. So with the Bristleback in front, it's not exactly the target that they want to go on. Might have to here. Dragonite. Okay, there we go. They actually find the Vengeful Spirit much better. Vulcan also walking into the Boundless Strike as well as the Static Zone. Both supports down for the count. Now it is Bristleback running away. Glimpse back though in the 5 different people. So this is where you have to come in and fight. Madara does a Sonic Wave, hits it on absolutely everybody. And also trying to clean up. One is down, that's Daniel. Can he catch up to more? Maybe not actually. Ding Ding ready to man fight and Rage is still dead, dodging the damage. But, well, able to play around it here. Bring down the Ursa. Really big kill. Queen of Pain still trying to finish the job. Picks up a serious practice on the side. But, use the blink. Does have another one. That disrupts
Good
no
exit.
comes back. Ding Ding still trying to catch up. Does have another one. Misses it though. Oh no, that could have been almost full team wipe, but now oh my.
Oh no!
Did not expect the DK to be there. The quick stun into the quick kill. Double people have respawned. Vulcan and Barrier. Then being picked up at the beginning of that fight, certainly a big part of why Embrance Gaming was able to clean up the way they have.
But I was told Boundless Strike cannot miss. Get it?
That was wrong. I don't get it.
It's because Boundless Strike it ignores has True Strike. It cannot miss. Come on. But yeah, that was a little bit awkward as an exit. But hey, at least the warp was nice and give the kill right back. So
Yeah.
no escaping. Well, also a little bit of a questionable ward down here in the river, you could say. I think somebody didn't swap the ward side in the inventory correctly. Would be a shame if this is actually in the Sentry Rage. I don't think it is, but if it is, sucks for it to be you.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
It should not be there. I
Yeah,
would
some
see
of
it.
the circles outside the other circle, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It actually is,
say?
yeah.
Tusk running into the Stag Storm was actually a really big deal. I think I said going now from score one. It's Guide Path Macropile combo though. BKB though out from the other side. He does not care. Getting 1, getting 2. Trying to focus on his Dragonite, taking him away. Donald in the front. It's a buyback actually from the Monkey King. Want to get the Ursa back, and they will be successful. As all of a sudden he finds himself around for 5 heroes without BKB, without Enrage. What is this game, Potom? I don't understand.
Constant fighting. 52 kills already up and running at 21 minutes. That must be a record. That's more than 2 kills per minute.
What's that
Is there
buyback?
so
worth?
much-
Is Monkey King still with net loss of like 1200 gold?
If you transition into the Roche, yes it is. Because you not only get a Roche for yourself at the gold, you also get it away from the Ursa. So you get a lot of gold, but they were willing to contest this, I think, with the Venge.
Picking that heavily, the stun comes out. Lofty
Oh.
with the Shadow Blade going forward, scouting out, finds the task. But Madara looking for the dieback here to Ding Ding. Gets stunned up though. Ice Path again on top of the Yules, but it's enough to finish off Not cool. No, he got the blink out! And they did get the Monkey King. That's Diedite only punching off the task barrier next on the list here. Evil still trying to run down whoever he can. Whistleback, but he's actually also the one to take a lot of damage just before Sun comes back into the fray. Burns everyone to death. Madara healed up a little bit on the shrine, I would think. As looks for Zack into the static storm, but that by itself not nearly enough damage.
And 2 to Roche we go, and it's so low that's a free one for the Rosa.
And they lost the Roche, so now NPG with a lot of momentum coming their way with that Aegis in hand, and Zack on a lot of danger. It's an Invis rune even on Ursa, so he doesn't even know.
That's one disruptor, isn't it?
There we go.
With the free exit.
Yeah, it's one of these things where like, oh god, glimpse, 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 and it's too late.
Glimpse faster! I hate playing against Ursa. I hate playing against anyone who does damage on the support, but yeah, they're gonna group for the bottom lane. 5 heroes here. Don't think they can contest this at all. It's a level 19 Ursa, he's right to level 20 as well. 1 second enrage duration is pretty strong. The Fury swipes damage is just as good though.
Yeah. 42 damage per attack, so that stacks up quickly with the overpower. But for now, gonna come and have a bit of a double wave, more or less. Forcing out some sort of defense. The Macropie is there to get rid of the creeps and might be
delayed for one wave. And Ursa will have none of it. Glimpse in.
Never mind. If Disruptor gets that axe that he's queued up, then Whistleback will be not much of an issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, he will still survive through the Disruptor, I'd say. It's just a matter of like, do you want to hit it on a Bristle? I think you want to hit it on the Ursa because you need to watch out that he doesn't activate just as BKB and run side of it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Ursa, Desolator, it's gonna get even worse.
I'm not sure if that is the item actually for him. I feel like an Aghanim's would be amazing for him, but
well, they also have to start thinking about
damage?
actually taking down towers, and they don't actually have a tower hitter, so it has to go. It's gonna have to be the Ursa. It's going in, hitting it with Enrage to get out and whatnot, Enrage and BKB if necessary.
Yeah, using the half day is the Venge, and it's position 5 Venge, even less fun than the Tusk, that's for sure. But
Yeah,
so they're just coming up. They have a lot of minus armor, that's for sure. Let's
they
make it
double
up.
smoked. Ugh. Always awkward. Always one of these
Yeah,
moments
let's
where you
go
hope you
smoke
don't
gang.
get caught on camera, but then you do. And
Yeah,
well,
hold right there. So the double smoke we sniffed out.
if you're double smoked, you can get twice as close to the enemy before it breaks.
That would be so broken. Just stack up on smokes all game until you have like 10 and then you can go on top of them.
Oh, he gets out.
Free escape
Trying to
once
find
more,
it.
but yeah.
Trying to find a jump on a Monkey King, but now walking away at the tower, stunned up by the Boundless Strike. Now Static Storm is going in, everything onto the Ursa, but he has the Aegis. He doesn't actually care. The stun coming out in the back onto the Centaur. Now the Snowball onto Panda. Ursa is even still alive. There it is, the Aegis. So can't actually put the damage into the DK just yet. Now they all have to fight inside the Macropie. Inside the Monkey King Ultimate, this is not a good fight for MPG, despite the Sonic Wave coming in. Trying to finish up that one kill. It's all going to be down to the Ursa. He also to Ding Ding, finds another crit. But look at the backlines here. Sun is all they need. As Barry and Madara.
Did he swap out the Monkey King out of the ultimate? I'm not sure what happened. Either he walked out or the Venge swapped him out. If it was a swap, that was the best play of the game. Because that literally just might have won it for them.
It looks so bad for MPG there with the Macropie down. Everyone's sitting in it as well as Monkey King Ultimate. But yeah, that one ending, Sun just being able to catch up and cleaving through everybody so super fast. They all just fell over.
Yeah, even transitioning to bottom. Maybe a little bit too greedy to go for another tower, so they're backing off. Maybe take a shrine. That's the more sensitive choice.
That's tier 2 mids. Get the creep wave close down. Not sure if Embrance are ready to contest that again after the dropping that they got in that last fight. But,
Yeah, that was definitely a disaster. Like, we had a super even game until like a second ago. Suddenly 10k gold lead. Just out of 1.5 fights.
yeah, the graph, that's a very steep drop indeed. Both gold as well as experience. Yeah, they're setting it for the shrine. Sun though, he has different plans. Breaks the smoke with another Invis rune. They don't have detection at the ready. Oh, feels bad, man. Sentry is down now. Also 5
yeah, but they're only fishing.
Am I seeing this correctly?
Gotta be prepared.
So you know you have a bad game when you buy all the walls, but you have no chance of placing them because it's too scary to go out.
Oh, he had one on board forward once because he forgot. That's usually what I do.
Well, at least for the next fight, they won't have the Aegis on the other side. I mean, they dropped everything, or half of everything, on top of him. So if the Static Storm catches a few other people, especially the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
BKB. Just too much to handle. Taking another G2, now they got the last round on the map, meaning the next rage definitely belongs to them. There's no team wipe. And they're not slowing down on tempo at all.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. So Monkey King dying once, dying twice, and suddenly he's behind. And Monkey King, he's the best hero if you're ahead. He's the worst hero if you're behind.
So this progression suddenly slowed down to a crawl. He's got the BKB now with 10 seconds. So that'll help him against the stuns, the Queen of Pain, but not necessarily against the cool spray stacking up on the Bristol back, who's getting more and more tanky by the minute here. And
guys, don't smoke about
against
the
the Ursa.
Alright, they got the D-ward in base, that's good. Meaning they can smoke it freely in the base without getting caught. There's also only one observer on the bottom, which is unlikely to spot the smoke. However, can't smoke if the enemy is sitting in front of your T3.
Yeah. This is Observer Ward also expiring now, so no chance of it spotting anything anymore.
Haste.
It's just a matter of them pulling the trigger and intercepting the DK. No detection, though. So we're quite thinking this one through, by the looks of it. Alright, who pounces first? And,
No slug, please.
Embrance, they're gonna have to come in and just make something happen as soon as NPG commits, but Ursa's still holding on to the cheese, if not the Aegis, and should be able to get that off just with natural tankiness.
Dragon Form pop.
Right, there it is. He just straight up jumps in, almost one-shot to Jagiro outside the Stag Storm. Only
not again!
Catching the Bristleback, the swap out of the Monkey King ult. He punched up into the air to just have to try and kite him. Still, for now, he's healing up. Snowball can't even get that kill. They find Barrier, and they should find Vulcan now with the extra stun. Backline stun, just waiting for another blink. There it is, and that's the big target. But quick stun from the Dragon Knight stops him from finishing up immediately, but it's just not enough. Too unkillable, too powerful.
Too much Ursa.
Yeah, too much bear, too much fuzzy wuzzy, and now they have the detection. They have the sentry down. Dragon Knight down in a second and down for the count. He does not have buyback either. This is as they say, is it. Stumbling over here.
You could say the damage. Right? The damage was just unbearable for them.
Can't stop
finishing up.
I get that.
Come on, bear with me. It's fine.
Doubling down on it does not help the case, though.
Well, we could say he's a very cool hero, but that takes it a little bit too far. But yeah, chasing some supports into the base, gonna finish him off. I mean, at this point, it's just everybody knows this is over.
Oh yeah.
Problem is, they have no one that hits tower, so it might take a bit.
What are we talking about? Ursa, he could hit down these towers very quickly, just...
Yeah, hold on, he's saying, well, what item do I buy? Oh no, not the Jakiro buyback. Dodged.
Well, they won one more fight. They're gonna get it. He's back. He's put that already. Just doesn't want to be swapped out with Vanguard coming in from the side. And nice ice buff here. Ultimate now. The swap already used, and Vanguard actually dead. Same for Evil with one more few hits, and there it is. There's one Sonic Wave thinking would drop to all of that AoE from the tower. Still lost 3 heroes. So it's only the 2 cores there. No more cheese, no more lives actually for the Ursa.
GG will play campsite in the meantime.
Well, back, but yeah, GG was called.
But they could have
Just wanna
turned. They
have
killed
a-
4 heroes.
They all had buybacks. Like, there's no way they win this
Yeah.
game, but they just want to have a little bit more fun at the end.